What's going on, lads? Vinny here, and this is a different kind of video. It's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. You can probably see it from the title of the video. It's gonna be kind of like if you saw my motivation vlog, maybe a few months back. If you haven't, leave a link in the description. But before I get into basically what I'm gonna talk about and everything I'm gonna talk about, I want to talk to you real quick about the gameplay, because it's a game that I've been playing a bit off screen. So I thought, hey, as well as talking about what I want to talk about in the vlog, I'll also include the gameplay because I think it's a pretty cool game. So the game is called Dungeon Hunter 5. It's kind of like a hack and slash type game. It's free on iOS as well, which is another reason why I'm doing it, because free stuff is always cool. So it's got a little like RPG elements kind of to it, where you got like an evolution system and a crafting system. And one thing I like about it is like a fusion system, where it's like whenever you complete a level, you get like loads of stuff like swords or armor and whatnot. And then whenever you have loads of like bad swords and whatnot, you can kind of combine them together into like this epic sword. I think is epic. As well as that, there's like multiplayer stuff, so you have like strongholds and you can build your own base. Other people can come and like face against you and whatnot, and I think it's really cool. So I would recommend checking it out. If you do want to, the link in the description. Like I said, it's free. It's a good time. Thank you, Gameloft, as well, for reaching out, because I was like, hey, I want to do a video in your game, and you're like, okay, I got you. So thank you guys a lot. I do appreciate it. Again, link is in the description. So that's the gameplay, and what I wanted to talk about is quite simply happiness. And you're like, okay, Minnie, where are you going with this exactly? And the reason I want to talk about this, I feel like so many people nowadays, like there's a lot of things going on in the world, whether it be like, I don't know, even like on my side of the world with the e-referendum and whatnot, you got like shit, terrorism and whatnot. You're always gonna have family issues, personal issues, me myself with family issues, breakups, etc, etc, etc. There's a lot of negativity going on in the world, okay? Even look on YouTube, for example. Like the big thing at the moment on YouTube is drama, and drama is just people bitching at other people for doing stuff. Like it's all very negative. Every time you look at the news, it's something negative. Even what happened in Turkey a few days ago, which is a complete tragedy. Like, there's a lot of bad things going on in the world. And with all this kind of going on, like, a lot of people just kind of, even kind of forget how to be happy, as weird as that sounds. And a lot of people are also in the position in life where they have no one to go to. With these family problems, they feel like they're too afraid to go up to people and ask for advice and whatnot, and they kind of just cocoon themselves away. I did that when I was a kid, even like high school, middle school, secondary school, whichever one you call it. There was a lot of hard times, I will tell you that much. Don't really want to get into it, but it can feel like there's no one there for you, and because of that, it's just kind of like a spiral downward effect of just negativity. And I feel like because of all that, I want to be here to kind of say like, hey, you know, things aren't all bad in the world. Because I feel like not enough people nowadays do that. It's kind of sad that that's a reality of it. Not enough people in the world spread a good message. There are a lot of YouTubers out there, and a lot of even celebrities, rights activists, whatever. They're spreading good messages, okay? But all you see in the media and all you're ever confronted with and slapped in the face with is negative this, negative that, and it gets overwhelming. Anytime I'm ever giving anybody advice, say they're going through a breakup of their own, or say they're having family problems, or say life just isn't going according to plan, let's say. There's one story that I always tell people, and it's kind of like, and it's a story about perspective. So happiness is very, very perspective based, and let me tell you what I mean by that. Look at the media, okay? You see these businessmen, you see your celebrities and whatnot, and you see a lot of people who have millions and tens of hundreds of millions of dollars, but they come out as being depressed, they come out as being sad. And a lot of people kind of think like, but why? Like, they have so much money, they can buy themselves things. And you need to realize that materialistic things isn't everything. Happiness is very, very emotion-based. So on one end of the spectrum, you've got the richest people in the world, the most powerful people in the world, and they're sad, and they're depressed, and they're trying to be happy. And the story that I wanted to say is whenever I went over to a family holiday in India, maybe 5-6 years ago, I want to say, and it was then I saw the happiest person in the world, who also happens to be probably one of the poorest people in the world. And we were staying in our hotel. We woke up a little bit late. We had to rush breakfast and just pack up all our stuff because we were going home. So we're like, okay, we told the taxi driver, is there any way you know to kind of skip this traffic? Because if you've ever been to India, the traffic is, whew! So he was like, yeah, no problem. So he took us down this little back alleyway. And even the traffic was insane. But whenever we were stuck in the traffic, there was slums either side of us, Tim huts, people struggling to survive and struggling to find food and whatnot. And there was a guy, I'll never forget, I was on the left-hand side of the car, I looked outside my left window, and there was a guy who was screaming with just happiness. He was running in circles, celebrating everything. And the reason why is because he got a second story on his tin hut. And that's why he's to this day, the happiest person I've ever seen in my life. This guy doesn't have much. He has very, very little to his name. But he was so happy about getting the second story in his tin hut because everyone else around him only had one story. but he managed to build a second story, and he was going crazy. Like, he was just, ah! And that's why you would think it would be the other way around, but it's not. And that's the crazy thing. Say you live in America, or say you live in the UK, or the EU, or whatever. If you go to places like Asia, okay, there is a lot of poverty around there. If anything, it kind of shows you what you have. I remember even growing up, my mom used to take me to this orphanage when I was living in Singapore. We used to go over to Indonesia, and I used to help out at the orphanages and whatnot. And they were just so happy to see us, like, we were bringing food and we were bringing gifts and whatnot, but they wanted to go out there, dragging us out to play football, soccer. That's not debatable, just football, soccer. You know what I'm talking about. But they dragged us out to play that, and it's heartwarming, you know? And you know in the back of your mind that these kids, they have nothing to their name, but they're just so happy and just excited that you're there, even just to play with them, you know? So this brings us back to what we have today. Today you're in a position where you're not feeling the best. You're not feeling 100%, but I'm not trying to say that what you're going through, I'm not trying to say like, whoa, they're happy, why aren't you happy? I'm not saying that at all. Everyone has reasons for everything. But what I am trying to say is be happy for what you have. You may, say for example, you're in middle school, okay? And you may not be a part of the cool club, which, as a guy who has now left secondary school and high school, is the most stupid shit in the world. But that was besides the point. You try and say to yourself, oh, I want to be a part of the cool kids and whatnot. It's like, no, you don't, okay? You really don't, because the chances are they're all douchebags, and they're never really gonna aspire to anything. True story. You want to focus on you. Even for me, like, one thing I tell people as well is you need to make yourself happy before you can make other people happy. I'm a very happy, self-motivated person. I will never not be thankful for everything that has kind of happened in my life, whether it be YouTube or family, or like even going to America and just being able to see the things that I've seen. I will never not be thankful for that. So you look to yourself and you want to focus on you. That's the main thing. You need to focus on you being happy. If there's one piece of advice that I would have gave myself when I was a kid, is reaching out to someone. Because I used to keep a lot of like the depression and the anxiety and everything that I have. I used to sort of bundle that up inside me. I was like, no, I don't want to like let other people deal with my problems. I want to deal with them myself. The one thing that you can do, and it's the best thing, I wish I knew that when I was younger, is being able to talk to people. Because you know what? Being able to talk to people and getting it out there, that's why the term getting it off your chest is a thing. Because once you get it off your chest, it just clears everything up and you're able to see things in a better perspective and a better spectrum. Look what you have around you. You have a bed to sleep in. You have a computer where you can watch these videos, for example. You have people around you who care for you. Tell them how you feel. Let things off your chest. Be happy for yourself, because you may not think, I don't deserve to be happy. Bullshit! Everyone has a right to being happy. And if you don't think you have a right to being happy, then you're wrong. I will tell you that straight up. I'm not going to be a guy who kind of beats around the bush and whatnot. It's kind of not appropriate at this point in time, but you know what I'm trying to say. I will tell you straight up, be happy. I know that's a very, very general statement. Work on yourself. See what you have around you. Realize what you have. Take a step back for a second, because I feel like when you're ongoing at all times, your brain is going a million miles a second and you're like, I don't know what to do! But if you take a step back, look at everything from a gram perspective, you'll kind of say, hey, you know what? This isn't actually too bad. So even though there's a lot of shit going on in the world, you want to be above the shit, okay? Think of it like a sea level. There's just a load of shit down there in the sea. You just want to stay afloat. Because chances are, when you're happy, you can do better things. You can concentrate better. Your grades will go up, okay? When you're in work, you'll feel better about everything. You'll want to go and experience more things. Well, as you know, when you're not happy, you just kind of want to cradle up in a room and just get away from everyone. That's not how life is meant to be lived, okay? You want to get out there, you want to experience things. I feel like I could talk about this for hours, but I do want to keep this video relatively short. There's a lot of good things out there in the world. You just need to go out and chase them. Who gives a shit about what anybody thinks? Another thing I wish I told myself. If you're caught up a lot based on, oh, but I wish I had what this person has. No, you don't. Like the cool kids brings out, oh, I wish I had the friends that he had. No, you don't, because that's a different person. What's the point on spending time trying to be someone that you're not? It's a lot easier to be who you are than anybody else. That's why you look at celebrities, that's why you look at even YouTubers, for example, and the people who have successful channels, who have successful careers and whatnot, that's all because they're themselves. It's true though, if you think about it. The copycats never really get anywhere. Instead of copying someone, why don't you just go and like watch the original person, for example? And that's why even in my own life, I want to strive to think of new ideas, think of new things, because I feel like experimenting is the best part of sort of being alive in a way, you know? Say for example, it's like, oh, I want to go to ballet class or something like that, but I'm afraid people are gonna judge me. Fuck Fuck them. I want to go into drama and I want to go into acting, but I feel like I'll get bullied because of it. Fuck them. And I feel like a lot of people who are starting YouTube right now, they know the position and they know what I'm talking about. I was around 1,000 subs. They found out that I was doing Let's Plays, and I got the shit ripped out of me for it. It's true, like, it wasn't a fun time, but I worked through it. I just blocking out the haters and that. It's kind of true. Maybe not phrase it like that, but just fuck everyone around you who's judging for something that you want to do. Because, say for example, like, you wanted to be an actor, but you don't have the, not that you don't have the balls to do it, but you just don't want to get judged by other people. You can be the best goddamn actor in the world, but you're not going to give yourself the chance to do that. You're not going to give yourself the chance to be happy because everyone else is trying to bring you down. It's the people who are trying to bring you down, and they're not going to aspire to be anything in life. It's as simple as that. Be you. Be happy. I feel like it's what people need to be told nowadays, with the world surrounded and covered in shit. All you see on the media nowadays, just this, that, this bad thing, that bad thing. You look at YouTube nowadays, you see drama, it's like this bad thing, that bad thing. Holy shit, guys, just wow. There's not enough people out there who's just spreading a good message of, hey, be you. I mean, there's a part of me wish I didn't have to make this video, but goddamn, if no one else is gonna do it, then I may as well. I love seeing people happy. I love people aspiring to be who they want to be. That's why I tweeted a few days ago about seeing my friends with cool cars and cool houses. I'm really happy for them because I know that took a hell of a lot of work, and I know the amount of work that they put in to getting to where they are today. I'm not the jealous kind at all. I'm happy for people. I love that. And if anything, I can look at myself and say, hey, I would like a cool house. I would like a cool car in the future. And it's motivation for me. You know what I mean? Like, instead of being negative and trying to bring people down, applaud them and try and join them on their level. I'm not ranting. I'm just very passionate about giving everyone the opportunity that they have in life, because everyone deserves it. Everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves a life, and everyone deserves everything. And I feel like that went on a lot longer than I originally thought it was, but I wanted to let you all know, just be who you want to be. Be you. It's a lot, like I said before, it's a lot easier to be you than anybody else in the world. So, but yeah, this has already gone for a lot longer than I thought, so apologies about that, but like I said, I'm passionate about it. Someone needed to say it, and I kind of volunteered as tribute in a way. But thank you all for watching. Hope you did enjoy the gameplay. Hope you did enjoy this sort of commentary. Hope you guys can take something away from it. And yeah, if it was a bit rambly at times, I apologize. My brain is just kind of filled with everything. I'm just kind of splurging it onto the microphone. But thank you all again for watching. I might do some of these more often. If you want me to talk about anything, I don't mind helping you guys out. I have Twitter if you guys need to talk to me about anything. Facebook, Instagram, everything down below. Don't be afraid to reach out to me for advice. If there's nobody else around you you're willing to talk to, then shit, I'll volunteer as that. So thank you guys again. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. It'd be very much appreciated. If this is the first video you saw of mine, subscribe if you want. And as always, lads, let's subscribe all that stuff. I'll talk to y'all later. How do you motivate yourself enough to do this every single day? So I thought making this video might kind of like answer a lot of that questions and might help you in a way and kind of get to know more about. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, Brian.